Hi, Jiglike here, Gaming Lawyer at your service. We are back from the cliffhanger, and it will not stop coming a cliffhanger when we start. So, let's play Great Ace Attorney. So, what would be the thing? He is already dead. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible, apart from in one particular situation. Counsel, are you suggesting? Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead. Already? Dead? Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead. That's madness! Order! Order! Order, please! Counsel, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by the gunshot. That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts. No, Prosecutor Aochi, it's you who has no grasp of the facts. I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, his whole case was turned upside down, or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible! I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement. But Your Excellency! The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency. What was that smile? That smile. Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours. Miss Brett, you speak Japanese? Well, of course I do. I'm studying in your country after all. But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible. Okay. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of the English gentleman. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with all you're on your own level. Well, you are the epitome of true English gentlewoman. You are truly honored by this lavish consideration so graciously afford us. I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words. About the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. So, we are finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryonosuke.
The victim's death.
Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides a gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably won't pick up on it anyway.
That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Easy does it?
I hope that is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant.
I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today.
The Minister of Justice?
May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen.
Huh? Thanks? Was that a prayer then? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with the cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? Oof, that hurts. Yes, Your Excellency. And you may proceed with the cross-examination. Right, so I should be pressing something, I guess. You have no idea when the poor man burned his wrist like that. Okay, can't really press anything out of that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. Okay, I guess that happened. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. Maybe I'll press this one. Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma.
Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist is going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it can only have been that bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life.
But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away, when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had been cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. If the victim burnt his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out of the kitchen, he must already have been dead at that point.
Objection! And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time.
I concur. Prosecutor Archie is right. Yes!
Without leaving a trace. If someone was shot or strangled or stabbed or thrown from a height or poisoned, maybe. However, a person's life is taken, there are always a telltale trace on the body.
Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga?
As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation.
There will be a physical trace for all those cause of deaths, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark.
If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it?
Oh no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question? On my honor, I, Taketsuchi Aochi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions.
A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence. Can I just present now? Do I? My gut feeling is this. Other than that, or the carbonated drink. But then let's just be thorough, right? We shouldn't just. I made a mistake of like pressing everything. Not pressing everything, just presenting evidence. Like backfired. Inferior? What do you mean by that?
In lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at the crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it. Isn't that so?
Quite right. La Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident.
Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. It doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand?
A killer blow. The lady's as formidable as she is beautiful.
Amazing. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Archie is finally starting to see our sense.
I very much thought that. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. What do you think, Ryunosuke?
I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press, I'm not turning up any new information.
Yes, as I suspected. She's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or cross-examination will be over.
But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor.
Kazuma.
What,
Ryunosuke?
There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me.
Bothering you, you mean? About Miss Brett?
Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. Inspector Hosonaga.
The detective?
Yes, he seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. Wondering if it might be significant, if it might present an opening maybe.
Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time.
If you think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Alright then, I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose, once I press Miss Brett on the last statement again.
Oh, okay. That's how you do it, I guess.
Oh, not always straightforward. It's not always straightforward with these games. even with a most simple mechanical press and present.
Yes!
Same.
Wait.
Yes, there it is again. Detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the English woman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they are usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they are listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. You're right, look at him, he's lost in his own thoughts. It's time to pursue the man in his train of thought. Sorry, pursue? I'll explain how to do it now, Rios, okay? It's all to do with the witness marker. What marker? You mean that floating bubble? At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. But by moving the marker left and right with D, you can turn your attention to other people in the stand. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with space. If you catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere among the people on the stand, take a good look around. Alright then, so first I should move the marker across with... Alright then, so I should first move the marker across with A, D, and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with space and see what's on his mind. Here we go. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation... Wait? Excuse me. Okay.
What's the meaning of this?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thought. Deeply. It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say? If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful English woman who's testifying at the moment. If she is, then why is the guy standing over there? If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that how it works?
Absolutely not. Huh?
The detective is in the stand, which makes him a witness, but he's just not leaving the witness stand, so that doesn't mean he's a witness. Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case. A double witness again.
Inspector Hosonaga,
Yes.
do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett?
Well, yes, if you don't mind, I would like to speak.
British ...
The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain, which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. A crime scene thief? Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touch a nerve there. Take this for example. British! Exclamation. Is that? This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. And it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day, our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming, I guarantee it. I can't say I condone the witness's action, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept a glass or bottle of water as evidence.
It's poison. God damn it, it's poison. Just let me check it real quick. Over here. The label is written in a foreign language I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma? I think it's French. This must be very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking. Then go to France and ask. You could just say they don't know. Water. So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had. It looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now. You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip to this to keep me going. No, Ryunosuke, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Oh no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we? You never cease to amaze me, Ryunosuke, in more ways than one. What do you mean by that? I wonder, could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? You've gone quite quiet all of a sudden. I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. Right. Okay, I think that's that. Now more things to examine. Let's go beyond with us. Miss Brett, can you confirm this indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Unfortunately, I have no idea why the poor man burned his wrist like that. And the way to block my thing in there. Place our grass toes. Can I? Should I press this? Or is there something new now?
Yes!
Okay, which explains why he ordered that drink, correct, waiter? I think this is different, right? Or I haven't pressed this. I think I haven't pressed it. Oh. Although, whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that. Don't remember that. Damn you! I have enough English to understand that, at least. For the benefit of the other comments, it means bless you. I think it means the exact opposite. Anyway. Wait.
I can pursue. Can I push? I think I pressed the wrong button. Let me see. Don't rush me. Let's see. Can I present here or not?
Yes!
Let's see if I can pursue here.
Excuse me!
Nope, nothing. Alright. Okay. Okay, I make a more mistake. Can you refrain from talking to me again, please? Do best to crush her. Present.
Yes!
Oh no! Made a mistake. Yeah, this is the problem with the game, man. I do not know. Ah, crap. Can I just continue pressing?
Yes!
I guess I have to see. Now I can switch like this, so might as well.
Objection!
Okay. Let me press the first one. I don't think I pressed this
Yes!
as well. But his hand was on the searing hot plate for a heavy speech and can't have noticed it. Do you think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry? Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open. Okay. You can't not have noticed, can you? Huh? What? Ah! Haha, what fun. You hadn't realized. As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Ryosuke. Why didn't you tell me? Dr. Wilson was a true gentleman. He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing? Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can. Well, I can't. Anyway. You present here, I guess?
Yes!
Yes. Good thing, man. What is this? The bottle of water? Actually, there's one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison? On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from his bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Order! 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 And so on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could possibly have done it. Giselle Brett, it was you.
Objection!
This is outrageous. To suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile, have you ever considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed a accord of friendship with British Empire? Have you even had a faintest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Objection!
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one's individual guilt with respect to one crime.
What?
The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth.
God!
Ahem. If I may,
I will silence you for...
it is you who should be silent.
Oh, of course. Dear lady...
Where did that come from? She just snapped. I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my humble apologies. I'm sorry, my lady.
To what are you referring?
I describe your police force as inferior, but no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not. Of course. You did? Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And what did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no trace of poison at any description in the carbonated water, Your Excellency. What? Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself.
No! No!
I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you.
But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours.
I was so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned.
Thank you, Counsel. I think the cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, the shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit.
I'm done for.
The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett.
Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present at the court at this point?
Kazuma?
Alright, I think we should stop here. Soon, I think soon. The finale is coming. I think it is. So, thanks for watching. We are enjoying it. And yes, we'll see you next episode. So take care. Stay hopeful, but be critical. Bye bye.